Hey everybody, it's Patsy, and I am here today to do another celebrity reading. And this time, we're going to do it for Joe Budden, my friend. He doesn't know me, but I have been watching his podcast over the last, during our time of quarantine, and I've been really, really enjoying the podcast. And Joe has been running into a few situations that have brought him some angst, to say the least. He's been having some run-ins with his coworkers, his friends, his family, his girlfriends, people around him, his business partners, whatever. So, I just wanted to see if we can do a reading, and maybe it'll get to Joe somehow, and maybe this will be helpful for him because I know he's on his own spirit. We all are on our own spiritual journeys, and he's quite aware of his. And he's aware of his faults, and he's becoming more and more aware of his faults. And he also is quite aware of his strengths. Yes, Joe could be considered a narcissist. Joe is a Virgo. Birthday is August 31st, right? Um, so let's see what energy we'll get from the Gods and Titans deck for Joe. Ooh, Hades, death. This is about transformation and change. Hmm. That's Scorpio energy also, Hades. Wow. So this is about change. This is about endings, beginnings, rebirthings, and we are now in a Sagittarius full moon and eclipse energy, I believe we've had last night. So that's going to be carrying on for a few days. Um, and let's see, what does Hades have to do with Joe? Mm. So this is talking about being invisible. All right. Um, this is about leaving something behind, but it's not necessarily a negative thing. Everything has a lifespan. Things start, things end. And sometimes, in order to grow, there has to be a death, or it has to be an ending. Prepare to let go of ideas, aspects of your personality, relationships, and be ready to make a way for new ones. So that would make sense because Joe is having to change his co-host on his podcast, and he's also severing some ties with some folks. Besides his partners, he's been having a disagreement with Charlemagne, and I did do a reading on Charlemagne yesterday or the day before, so that is that makes sense where that is concerned. Hades. This is talking about not always being honest all the time. Can be impatient, can be impetuous, but you have to be scrupulous in your business practices because you could be tempted to take things to the underground, do things that are not as forthcoming and straightforward and honest as they could or should be, or that people would expect you to be. And this is also talking about gratitude, being grateful. Okay, so Joe is changing and he is grateful for the changes that he is experiencing. Let me see, put him here so I could see it. Yeah. All right, so this is about him being grateful for the experiences that he has gone through. He is grateful for seeing who his friends are, or seeing the truth about expectations. I'm thinking Joe being narcissistic and self-centered, of course. Um, he failed to communicate things that he thought that he had, or that he took for granted, or common sense, I think, is part of the problem here. And, taking for granted that, people trust you, and that if you treat people in a certain manner, that is what you will receive back. And, it's hard for a narcissist to adjust, but they're never really reciprocal, right? But in his mind, he felt that he was doing the right thing based on his own perception. And failure to communicate that clearly, was it on purpose? Maybe. Unconscious? Possibly. All right, so let's see. Let's get some karma cards so that we can see what is the lesson in this situation for Joe. What is it that he's going to learn from this phase of his life? All right, so we're talking about the North Node here. So this is a North Node lesson. hmm And this is Virgo, and that's his sign. So this is about him. Could be a past life, um, karmic lesson that has to be cleared, or that they're going to give him the opportunity to clear. All right, let's get one more, and then we'll see where this is going. So North Node in Virgo. So this is a past life lesson, or a life lesson. Okay, a life lesson that could be stemming from something in his past. Let me get one more card so we can see what house this will affect for Joe. Thank you, Spirit. Don't forget to like and to share these messages, and make comments. Tell me what you think about what's going on with Joe, and what's going on with this reading. And some of you may resonate with it yourselves. In the first house. So this is about him, his image, and what benefits him. So there will be methods for the healing power immediately. There will be methods for the healing power of who you are. So this situation is going to bring about some changes for Joe. It's going to bring about some healing. He's going to learn some useful life lessons from this. Success from the analyzing of your desires, and benefits resulting from the perfectionism of your actions. So this is about growth. It could be growth in partnerships, learning how to be um, more forthcoming in business, making better choices for partners, legal matters, maybe hiring new attorneys, new accountants. But there's a lot of things that he's going to learn from this experience that are going to benefit him in terms of his own person, his business dealings. So have faith in the serving of others immediately. Okay. Have faith in the serving of others immediately. So what Joe gives out will come back to him. It will be a boomerang effect positively. Don't worry about the details of the way you project yourself. I'm reading these cards and they make a sentence. Each of the cards, they make a sentence. And you can turn them upside, reverse or whatever, and it'll give different messages. Now's the time to do what you must and to do it on your own. So this is about taking responsibility for your actions, doing some inner growth, paying attention and learning from the details of the way that people react to you. But this is a time of growth and change. This experience with Rory and Mal is teaching you a lot about friendships and the way what people expect from you in a friendship. But they're telling you not to worry about the details, about the way you are, because now is the time to do what you must on your own. So turning those things that people may see as negative about his personality, he has to use those right now to his strengths. So we talk about that, right, in spirituality, about the dark side is the dark side, and it's good to be aware of the dark side, but the dark side doesn't always have to be eradicated because there are times when you need that darkness, you need that energy that other people may think is dark, but actually it benefits you at the moment. Mother of Baskets, so that's the Queen of Cups. So this is about giving and receiving, being open, so being open to these changes, being open to what's being offered. Father of Sticks, so this is about passion. Could be dealing with someone who is fire sign. So this is someone who's passionate, knows what he's going for. So maybe Joe is interested in someone, could be a water sign, or maybe there's a water sign who's reaching out to Joe, or that Joe's reaching out to. Could be someone who's a fire sign and a water sign. And one more card for Joe. Button. What else? Oh, railroad bill number 7. Okay. Okay. Victory. 6 of Wands. All right, Mother of Baskets, Father of Sticks, and Railroad Bill. So there's some magic going on here that's going to bring a victory in the situation. Something is going to be given to Joe. Could be coming from a fire sign that is going to bring magic and that is going to be mysterious. Something that's mysterious, but something that is a divine intervention. Dr. Grant is 9. So this is ancestral guidance. and healing. So it could be a female ancestor that's reaching out to Joe, that's trying to help him to find his way. Yeah, them bones. Yes, this is an ancestor. These are ancestors, so it could be a grandmother, grandfather, or something. Some energies that are trying to lead Joe. Hmm. To a change. 10 is the world, right? Again, it could be Sagittarius, Pisces, Wheel of Fortune, maybe. But there's changes that he's being led to spiritually, behind the scenes, subconsciously. Changes. This is divine intervention. Something that he may not have expected, but something that is necessary for his growth, for his path. Uh, Aunt Caroline, 10. Hmm. And Big Mama. Okay. Father Baskets. Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of ancestral energy here, a lot of spiritual guidance coming for him. The way that he presents himself, the way that he's seen, his generosity. He has the key, the key, his obedience to his intuition, to his spirit guides, following his intuition. Others may not understand it. He may not even be able to articulate it, but it's coming from a place of love. And it's coming from a place of legacy. Okay. Joe's being led in this direction in order to create a legacy for his family through his talents and using some of his darkness. I think that's what they're trying to tell us here. Things are changing. People may not understand it or believe it or appreciate it right now because we don't know the end what the end will be, right? We don't know what the final outcome will be, of course. So we're looking at this in one way that maybe paints Joe in a bad light, or not as flattering as it should be. But knowing that he's following his spiritual path, he's following his intuition, things are coming into his life, into his purview, and he's kind of going with it. But he's checking in, or they're checking in with him. All right. So, soul's journey, grief, understanding losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. This could be a lesson in showing appreciation to people who have served you, or that other people could be learning to show appreciation for him. Okay. Because they chosen to walk away, and maybe they're going to understand that he wasn't as bad as they thought. Okay. Courage, finding the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So he's going forward no matter how he may feel. He may not project it that we can see it, but he knows that this is an opportunity. Yeah. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. There's nothing that he can do to change what has already occurred. All right. He's accepting it. He appreciates the experience, but he's not going to allow it to stop him. He's not going to allow this experience to stop him, or he's being asked not to allow this to stop him, but to help him to form a new Joe, to take all the pieces of the past and reformulate it into a new thing that's going to be beneficial to his goals, to the legacy. Humor. Focus on the lighter side of life. hmm Yeah. So, understanding can't change the past. Be courageous. Go, go, continue. You can't change what's happened. Losses or opportunities. Pride. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. So, being proud of who he is, his ancestors, his family is proud of who he is. Bottom of the deck, forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, there's love that is being offered to Joe from the universe. Could also be love that's being offered to him from someone. And it could be someone that he is well suited to be with, because we got Father of Baskets on the bottom of this tarot deck, and the first card out was the Mother of Baskets. So he may have found his perfect partner, or that could be coming to him, and it may be shocking to people, but it is part of the way that he is being led. He can't remain in grief and regret. He has to move ahead with humor, lighten up a little bit, pride, so maybe getting into a loving relationship approved by his ancestors will be the way to also help him. Maybe the person that he is going to be involved with will be the person who will help him with these lessons of forgiveness and bring some humor into his life. Bring back the humor. But Joe has a lot of humor. He's just he's handling it, He's making sure that he shows the proper face to the his audience, but at the same time, he gets a little out of hand sometimes, I guess. But he's lovable. He is, and that's the bad thing about this is that those his friends, his co-workers, his employees, his partners, they all do love each other as people, as men. Those are his friends, his boys. And so he will miss them, and they will miss him too. But they just need to go on, hold their heads up, and make the best of it. Laugh about it, cry about it, forgive, and move on. But this is about a growth period that is focused on family and on legacy. And he's getting the messages. Spirit of the air and owl medicine. Yeah, wisdom of the ancestors are coming to Joe. He may be getting messages in his dreams, or he may be picking up on messages intuitively. He could even get them in meditation and prayer. But it's something that is healing. This wisdom that he is getting. Look at this. See? The ancestors is healing. This is a healing time. He's growing older. He's getting more mature. He is learning more and more about his spirituality and about this path. And there is wisdom, could be coming from older people. That's going to be healing for him. Like I said, the ancestors, they're whispering to him. His ancestors are whispering to him to heal and to learn and to grow and to be mindful and watchful of those people around him. They're going to let him know. Here we got again, medicine bag. He may want to carry something on him, some kind of talisman, something. It could be a cross, it could be a rosary, some good luck charm or something like that. He may want to keep around him to protect him. And offerings. Yeah. White buffalo. Yeah. These are changes that are necessary. Changes that will be for the good of the tribe. This is something that may have been foretold to Joe's parents even about him. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting like somewhere along the line somebody may have told Joe's parents, or some mother figure, a grandmother figure, may have known this. Like Joe was blessed when he came. Somebody knew this. Joe is a special child. And their offerings were made on behalf of Joe. Yeah. Someone who was very proud of Joe that made offerings on his behalf. Could be a grandparent, could be an aunt, some feminine energy. Was praying for Joe, or offerings on Joe's behalf. You know, they say somebody's been praying for you. That kind of energy. Could be his mother, but I think it's someone who's much older, or someone who passed over already, and they are in contact with him, whether he's aware of it or not. But I think that he is aware of it, and he needs to protect himself. All right, not from his ancestral spirits, but from others around him. Maybe not even to protect, but it's just a soothing. That's why I'm feeling like something that's going to be maybe like a worry stone, I think they call it. Something that he needs to carry with him in order to ground him. Okay, in order to ground him. Let's look at medicine bag here. Um, yeah, something to ground him. He needs to carry. Yeah, put some objects that are meaningful in a bag. Things that make you feel strong. It doesn't need to be on display. but it could, something that's hidden, carried in your pocket, or I don't know. I guess you could even get a tattoo that could serve the same purpose, I guess. Mm. Talks about choosing wisely and not making hasty decisions. That your power is growing. Step back and let it grow. There are times to shine brightly for all to see, and there are other times to take a step back so that you can see your true self. Anything that doesn't feel right, hold back. You're being protected from any less than positive outside influences because your capacity to grow, to excel, is growing in leaps and bounds. So you're being protected because this is a time of growth and change for you. And any energies that were around you, that are around you, that were not going to be part of the plan or were not going to be positive for this growth, is going to be removed from your life, removed from your immediate. Doesn't mean they're going to die or anything. It just means that you're going to end up not being friends, not working with these people, cutting some folks off. Now, he did have a personal thing with Charlemagne because he feels that Charlemagne is undermining him purposefully. It's like a frenemy, right? That's what he feels. That So let's see. We got the energy for Charlemagne the other day, and it was Horus. Right. So let's see. What is Charlemagne's energy in regards to Joe? What is he as negative towards Joe as Joe seems to feel that he is? I believe that Joe knows because he's been paying attention to the things that Charlemagne has been saying over the years, and the energy. And he's also getting whispers from his spirit guides. Focus. Ooh. So this is Charlemagne's energy towards Joe. Very focused. Like he's got him targeted or he's targeting him. He's paying attention to Joe's business. He's paying attention to the changes that are happening. Bottom of the deck, low key, play. And I had said that Charlemagne is a Hayoka spirit. He's like a mischievous energy, a change agent. And he brings, he's like a Legba, like a trickster type of energy. Someone who will be your friend, but will be doing things, perhaps consciously or subconsciously, whatever. This is an archetype, but this is that type of an energy that is playful, but at the same time manipulative, a challenge. This person, Charlemagne, is focused on Joe and Joe's business, and there may be some manipulation that's being done behind the scenes against Joe. This is not just what Joe is picking up on it because it's not really that much of a hidden thing. It's pretty obvious. But Joe's been called him out on it. And so also Charlemagne also could be looking at himself also because he has been coming under a little bit of pressure this week from Kwame Brown and also from Joe and everything else that has to do with that situation. But I'm thinking here that Charlemagne has had a jealousy, has felt some type of competition, some feeling of a competitive feeling between Joe and Charlemagne, and both of them could be very aware of it because they're both narcissistic. And I think that Charlemagne didn't think Charlemagne doesn't respect Joe's business intelligence. Charlemagne thinks that he is more of an expert in business. And Joe feels that Charlemagne is more of a suck up in business. They both know that you got to go along with certain things in order to obtain certain things, right? Bottom line is about getting the bag, right? Getting the money, obtaining prosperity. And so they both have the same desires. And they've decided to undermine, well, Charlemagne has decided that he needs to undermine Joe in order for him to progress somehow. Um, so this is about maybe focusing too much and not understanding the importance of friendships. Um, this is about hunting something down, chasing a goal, going into harsh situations or harsh environments. Could be talking about going skiing also. um, talks about needing to focus and get more clarity in your life. No matter how rough it is, you will get through it. This is about having stamina to complete a task and to be calm. Um, it talks about knowing the difference between eating and having an empty stomach, and between killing and dying. So this is about someone who is focused on not being poor again, someone who is trying to make sure that they don't fall back into their previous life of lack. Okay. So this is someone who has a goal of striving, of going ahead, and if they have to sacrifice friendships or undermine other people. So it's kind of a ruthless energy that Charlemagne is exhibiting towards Joe. And Joe is aware of it and he's feeling it and he's called it out. So, what is. Oh, I know, wanted to look at the owl medicine also for Joe. Mm. Oh, this talks about the fear that some men have of the power of women. This is talking about truth being sought and truth being shared. Knowledge is emerging from within because your spirit knows the truth. This is about being able to see in the darkness, to be able to perceive the truth even when there is lies or half truths being spoken. There's grace that's available when you focus your attention inward to your soul, to do meditations, to be open to the messages and the guidance that Joe is getting that he may be afraid to get. So this is again going back to talking about Joe. Um yeah. So there could be someone who's coming towards him. It could be this Queen of Swords. I mean, Queen of Baskets, Queen of Cups person, maybe, or a love offer that may be coming to him from someone who is very intuitive, and it may cause him to be fearful of it and maybe not open to it, but he can verify whatever is being said to him by going inside himself. So this could be an opportunity to check in with himself some more. Could be a therapist. And he may be resistant to whatever the message is, but if he doesn't trust the message, and this is for anybody, if you don't trust the message that you're getting, then that is the opportunity for you to check in with your own spirit guides. And it'll either verify it or not. But you'll get an answer. And that may be what it is. These things are happening around Joe to make Joe focus more on just to continue on his goals. Know that people are being removed from his life for now is for a reason, because they would have been a hamper or something wouldn't be in the best interest of his ultimate goal, or his spirit spirit guides' ultimate goal, to get him to a certain place. And certain people, certain energies needed to be shifted and moved in order for him to benefit further, or to achieve whatever the goal is that they have, or whatever way his path is supposed to go. This is the way that they're choosing to lead him down that path. And this is something that has been determined about his life before he even got here. Like there was something that his contract was, you know, already in effect, and there were people who were waiting for him to arrive. Okay. There was something was foretold before Joe was born, and somebody knew about it, and they have been praying for him, and they have been protecting him all his life, whether he's aware of it or not. He may be, but that is what has brought him to where he is through all that he has experienced. And they're not finished with him yet. But it's all positive. But it's subconscious, it's behind the scenes. He may be aware of it, but whether he is aware of it or not doesn't matter because it's just going to go the way that it's supposed to go. And whoever is not supposed to be around will be removed in order to make room for changes, to make room for his growth. Could be a Scorpio person, Could be a fire sign, as I said, a water sign. But there's an changes that are happening, losses that he's experiencing that are all meant to bring him to a certain path that is going to be the abundance and the spiritual lesson that he is supposed to get and share. And that's being done publicly for all of us to benefit from it. So let's see. Let's just get an ancestral message for Joe. A postcard from Spirit for some advice. All right. He is protected, as I said, needs to carry something on him. Maybe he already does, or maybe he has it and he hasn't put it on. Maybe he got something from an ancestor. It could be something that someone left him or something that someone gave him. Excuse me, for like a aunt or a grandparent or godmother even. Maybe she bought him a cross or a baby bracelet, something with his name on it. He should carry that with him if he can, if it's around. Something, some piece of jewelry. Okay. So, for Joe, with love from your ancestors. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is that we have a plan. Well, here's that water energy. Okay, today go take a relaxing bath. Book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your garden. Take time for self care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that may have caused you anxiety in the past but is essential for your well being now. No. Say it with us. No. No, thank you. No, I can't. You don't have to explain. Just say no firmly, gently, but firmly, and then go soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to the center, replenished and ready for more adventure. We love you so very, very much. So this is the card. And this is the postcards by Spirit, postcards from Spirit Deck by Colette Baron Reed. All right. So, Joe, you can screenshot that if you want to. But saying no is firing people, right? Right? Saying no is severing business ties with folks, romantic affiliations with people. Okay? So, it's exhausting. They're acknowledging that. But you're doing exactly what it is that you are supposed to do. Or Joe is doing exactly what he is supposed to do right now. Right? So just take some time to relax, pamper yourself some, be open to the messages that you're getting in your dreams, start writing things down, pay attention to messages that you are getting during your awake hours, during your meditations, during your prayers, paying attention to that energy because there's something coming towards you immediately that you can have faith in. And don't worry about it. All of these things are happening for a reason. You called out the person who is undermining you, and they very well are, have been. That's not to say that it's not going to change, that it's going to change. It just may be a little less obvious. Or it could be a situation where Charlemagne isn't a factor anymore for you. Maybe his voice will be um, lessened. Okay, maybe his influence will be of less significance in this sphere. There's some kind of competition that has been set up, but again, the Hoyoka spirit that Charlemagne is challenging. They are tricksters. They put obstacles, and they are frenemies, and they do all these things, but ultimately it is for your spiritual growth. They're put here for that purpose. And again, they're not conscious of it, of course, but Charlemagne's existence is to rile people up, challenge them, challenge their strength, challenge their belief system, challenge their own integrity. Mm. He's challenging, and he's very good at it, but it's not going to continue to serve him in the way that it has. And then Joe may benefit from that, maybe, or not. Joe has to stay focused on his goals. And so that's what they want him to do. Not feel discouraged. Be open to the change that is happening, that is for his good and for his legacy and for the lineage from his ancestors to his descendants. So I hope that that is helpful. And I hope you guys like this type of reading. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Make a comment below. And I will be talking to everyone real soon. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And we will be doing some more videos that will be more of a discussion videos. We'll do interviews and have special guests and other things coming in the near future. So look forward to that, and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when these changes happen. So I'll be talking to everybody real soon. I say peace. Love you guys.